What's going on, guys? How we doing today? I cannot believe I'm actually making this video right now. I can't believe Baby Keem really dropped. It's finally here. For those who might not know, I'm a huge Baby Keem fan, so I've been waiting on this day to come, and let's just say I'm very happy with the outcome of this album. A couple days ago, at the time of recording this, Keem dropped his latest album, Casino, and I'm just loving every minute of it. As a Baby Keem fan, I'm pretty biased. There's not a bad song in my opinion. I've heard other people who aren't Baby Keem fans hating on it and whatnot. I don't give a shit. This album is amazing. In a couple minutes, I'll go over song by song ratings for this album. And yes, it's going to be extremely biased because, like I said, I'm a huge Baby Keem fan. So keep that in mind. This album, Casino, it's completely about how he grew up, how he was raised, and it's just Baby Keem reflecting on his past. And he definitely was missing for so long because dude was depressed. For example, a couple things he mentions on this album, and I'll put them in with quotes up here. He said stuff like, I hit rock bottom when I was gone. I usually fake a smile, but I can't. Being online is too much to maintain. Throwing crumpled paper at the walls, drawing blanks. I was gone for 2 years, down bad, reflecting. And on top of that, his mom died, his grandma died, his uncle died. I don't know how recent all of these are, but I mean, obviously that's super heavy on a person. So Buddy had writer's block. He's dealing with trying to keep up with being great, all while dealing with debts in his family. Those all affect you heavily, and that's what he was dealing with when he was gone. So this album is a pretty sad album, quite honestly. He also dropped 3 different documentaries or short films, if you will, on YouTube before the album came out. It was with like a week before it came out or so. He was dropping these, and if you watch those, it really gives you some insight on the background of how he was raised and how he came up. And these came out of nowhere, quite honestly. I mean, even his album rollout, it was announced, or it was leaked, that he would be announcing his album later on in the week. And then when he announced it, he released the track list, the album cover, the tour, all in like 5 minutes. So dude was gone for like 3 years, and then he just did his whole album rollout in like 5 minutes. It was crazy. You may have heard mixed reviews on the album, but coming from a Keem fan, I think it was a really good album. It's obviously reflecting, and it's just pure emotion all throughout it. And so it's not a hype album by all means. So the general public isn't gonna love it that much, because they're just wanting that hypeness, really. Honestly though, even though this is a sad album, there are a couple hype songs on it, and it seems like most of the media, at least the side of Instagram and everything that I'm on, it seems like people really love it. So in my opinion, he needs to use this hype and just keep going forward. He cannot go missing like he did. That sucked. That was horrible. I just wanted new music from him all the time. There would be these little leaks and little tweets and stuff, like just teasing with the Keem fans, and it sucked when he was gone. So please, Baby Keem, do not go missing again. Casino is a short album. It's only 11 songs, 37 minutes long. So it's an easy listen. And what I think he needs to do with this album is he needs to release a deluxe. 11 songs is great, it makes for a good short album. But obviously, Keem fans like me are just wanting more. Now that he's finally back, we just want more. He just needs to drop a crazy deluxe. I mean, he had one of the best deluxes with the Melodic Blue Deluxe in recent years. I don't know any other one that's top that. Maybe Tyler's for Call Me If You Get Lost. I don't know. There's probably a few more I'm not thinking of. But he can be that good. If Keem stays consistent, he can be so big. Not only because he's Kendrick's cousin, but he's just big on his own. Like, obviously, the Kendrick collabs are great, and they definitely reel in a bunch of fans for him. Of course, I'll give him that. But Keem on his own really is so good. And like I said, if he just stays consistent, then he'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, and he can't go downhill at all. I will say too, Keem has this sort of cult-like following around him with his fans, so I just seriously don't think that his music will ever die. His fans will defend him to death. Speaking of Kendrick too, I was really hoping for a hype song with them too. One similar to Family Ties where they're rapping back and forth. That kind of thing is so cool to me. But House Money is cool too. But let's just start talking about these songs now. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are, ladies and germs, on the little webcam. Casino by Baby Keem. Man, I can't believe we're here. I'm so happy right now. This is beautiful. A Baby Keem album. He actually released something. He's alive. So, like I said, this is a very short album. We have 11 songs on here, 37 minutes long. That's an easy listen. If you haven't listened yet, pause the video and go listen. All right, that way you understand where I'm coming from with these me going over these songs here. One thing I noticed when this first came out is that there is no song called Tubi. I'll put it up here in a second, but when he first released the track list, it showed 12 songs on it, and Tubi I think was between these two songs, and it was featuring this guy right here. But that song's not on here, and apparently that is exclusive to vinyls only, or the physical copies of the album only. So that's kind of a bummer. The snippet I heard of it is pretty good, so that's a bummer, but hopefully we can count on Keem releasing a deluxe to this album, because 11 songs, come on, they can be 20, quite honestly, but I'm still happy with it. So here we are on the Google Doc. These are how I'm going to be color coding these songs here. As you can see, I'm not gonna get any red on this album. I mean, come on, spoiler alert, you're gonna see a lot of purple, a lot of blue. It's just how it's gonna be, all right? So before I start, I wanna do this thing where I'm gonna list what the albums are beside all of them. So I'm just gonna do this right here. This song is sad. This song is hype. This song is catchy and chill, I'd say. Good Flirts is a slow song. This caught everyone off guard, I think. Everyone thought this was going to be another like Family Ties, Range Brothers kind of song, but it's not, because you know with Kendrick and Keem normally go crazy, but it's a slow song. So, but hey, it's okay because there's another hype song right after it. I don't really know what to put for this one. I guess just rap track, because I guess chill, rap, chill. Yeah, that works. Sex Appeal is a club song. Yeah, I love it. Highway 95, I'm gonna put chill and repetitive. Circus is hype and goofy. That's how I'm gonna describe that one. Dramatic Girl is a happy song. Happy-go-lucky little beat. And No Blame is back to being a sad one. Okay, I just kind of moved them all over a little bit. As you guys know, I'm Unk, so I don't know if there's an easier way to do that. I just put spaces between these. I didn't want these to be, you know, so close to them, so close to the track list there. But yeah, so I added these descriptions for what each song is to kind of give you an idea if you don't watch the whole video. But starting off with No Security, this song is sad as shit, honestly. It really sets the tone for this album, and it starts with a looped sample that is also sad, and it's a really deep song, but I'm gonna have to put it at green right here because it's a good song, but there's not a ton to it. Yeah, it's a good song, but it's just not one of the ones that I'd be looking forward to hearing in my playlist. You know, it's good for the album. It's a very important song for the album, but as a separate song, it's just a good song. Next, I got the hype song Casino. This is a big one. This is definitely a lot of people's favorites, or, you know, at least just the main media's favorite song on here. This also is a good feel of the album in a hype way, and I love the flow on this song. It has a nice little beat switch on it as well. It's just a really good hype song, and he snaps. The beat is crazy. And I can't wait to hear this live. I got tickets to see him live, and I just can't wait to see it. I'm gonna put this at amazing, quite honestly. I would feel wrong putting it anywhere else on this list here. Birds and the Bees, this song is not deep. It's catchy and pretty chill, as you see there. And I love this song, honestly. This is one of my top songs off the album. It's been stuck in my head the most, and I'm gonna have to put this in the amazing tier as well. Next, we move on to Good Flirts, with the song with Kendrick featured on it, and Momo Boyd. Don't forget about her. This is a good song, but it was just super unexpected because it's a slow song. So like I said earlier, you would imagine a nice hype song with Kendrick and Keem, but
it's slow, so it threw everyone off. And on songs like this, you have to kind of get used to Kendrick, quite honestly. I don't know how else to put it but that. Like, you just have to kind of understand what his part is going to be and just get familiar with it, because it is what it is, if that makes sense. Like, the first listen, I was like, what the hell? I mean, I was still vibing with it, but you know, first listen might not be your best listen. First listen's always the worst listen. I've always said that. Like, on my first listen, I didn't think he fit at first. I didn't think he should be on the song at all. But the more I listen, the better and better I think he fits on it each time. And it just grows on you. Shout out Momo Boyd too. I didn't know her at first, but she has great voice, and I think she fits well with Keem. And can we say, are they dating? Because on that live stream where the listening party before the album came out, and they were sitting beside each other and they were like chopping it up, you know, and smiling together and everything. They seemed like they were a couple. I'm not sure though. Yeah, but this song, in my opinion, I think this is just a great song. I want to put it at amazing. And I know some people disagree with this. This is a lot of people's favorite, but I feel like it's a lot of people's favorite just because it has Kendrick on it. Next is House Money. This is another song with Kendrick, but he's not listed as a feature on here. Probably because he doesn't have a whole verse. It's just kind of the hook on it. And quite honestly, I'm gonna come off sounding like a Kendrick hater, but I don't really like his hook on this. I don't really like the chorus, you know, the Kendrick part on this song. It's catchy enough, but there's nothing impressive about it, you know. And I just wish, really hoped for more, you know. I so badly wanted a track with Keem and Kendrick going crazy, just rapping their asses off, going back and forth, maybe like similar to Family Ties, but we just didn't get that, and I was kind of disappointed because of it. I just think if they rapped back and forth, it'd make this song way better in my eyes. Also, something I had to get used to is I totally misinterpreted when the drop was going to be on the song and like when Keem was going to start rapping. But yeah, this song I'll have to put at great. Once again, it's a lot of people's favorites, but it's just not my favorite. And I just kind of expected more from it and just wanted more out of it. But it's okay, it's still a really good song, all right? I am not a lyricist. I was hyped when he put the track list out because I knew this song would be a rapping song. I mean, you just can guess that. And I really like his rapping on it. It's storytelling rap, but it's not in the normal like linear way or like one story just following like what happened and you go down, you know, whatever. It's kind of just a combo of a bunch of things he experienced from his past. So, you know, it's not just one thing. It's just all this stuff kind of put together. I don't even know if you could really label it as storytelling, but I think it is enough. This is a very important song to the album. It gives you a lot of context about Keem's life and how he grew up. Shout out to whoever is the background vocals on the part around the 2-minute mark where they say the watercolor Cadillac, sleeping in the hatchback, that part. I thought that was a really good touch to this song. I really liked that. Shout out that artist, man. It was a great addition, and I wish it was on there more than once. Last thing I want to talk about with this song is that the last 40 seconds really do sound like Andre 3000. I know everyone's saying that, but I thought it too on my first listen before even looking at the media. He sounds like him. It's the speed and delivery of his lines and how he elongates the words like at the end of the lines. It's pretty cool. I don't know. He probably took inspiration from Andre, but you know, it sounds just like him in my opinion. And personally, this song is going in the amazing tier. I really like this song. Next up is Sex Appeal featuring Too Short. Really good song. All right, it's a club song, and Keem is just so versatile. I mean, this song is beautiful. This is a pretty different song from all the others on the album, but it's really good, man. He nailed this song, quite honestly, and shout out Too Short as well. This is one of my favorites on the album, definitely. So for that, we're making this purple. Next is Highway 95 Part 2. This is really cool to see. I knew I would like this song. Even when the track list came out, I saw that and was like, okay, that's gonna be one of the top ones, and it is. This song might be my favorite on the album, I gotta say. I described it as a chill, repetitive song. He just kind of talks the whole time. You know, it's just words the whole way through. The flow of it is just so clean. And this also is another important one on the album. He talks about his past on the whole thing, but he just does it so nice. And I love the flow of it, of course. So I'm gonna put this purple. This is an amazing song. Next is a freestyle, Circus Circus freestyle. You know, if you listen to Baby Keem, you know all of his freestyles hit. Those are some of his best songs. I love all the voices he uses in this song. It's so cool to me that he can do that. He really just is so versatile, and there's no limit on what the man can do with his voice. So this song was one of my favorites when I first listened, because at the end, mostly when he uses his two-phone voice, I thought that was really cool, because you know that's OG Keem. So first listening to this album, I don't know how I didn't mention this earlier, but first listening to this album, you can hear how much his voice has changed. You know, it sounds deeper even. So with that, you know, all the different voices he uses is so cool, because it just shows you what he can do with his voice still. And I really like that. It makes him stand out to other artists, in my opinion. Also on this song, he mentions this Keem character a couple times, and I just think that's pretty cool. It's something that people really aren't talking about all that much, but he also mentions it on Birds and the Bees. On the Tuesday part, he's saying you're gonna be with Wasim, you know, and then on House Money too, he mentioned it. So I thought that was pretty cool. He's got this other little side character on there. But let's not forget the caveman part on this song. People are clowning on it, but I love it, honestly. That's the Keem I know. And it caught me so off guard. I was dying when he did that caveman part. And then he said, he a caveman. Like, I just love it so much. As an overall song, there's just a lot going on here. So I'm going to put it at great. I think it's a great tier song. Next is Dramatic Girl. This is the happy song on here. Someone tell me, does he sample Kids by MGMT? Because it really does sound like it. The beat in the background sounds like he sampled that. I feel like it has to have part of it in it. But this one really shocked me on the first listen, because obviously it does not really fit on the album. Everything's got this sad kind of vibe to it. Even if it is hype, what he's talking about is sad for the most part on the album. So having this happy beat, you know, it's a curveball. I rock with it, honestly, though. I mean, he nailed this kind of vibe too. So, I mean, for that, I'm gonna put this as a great song. Some people think this is the worst song in the album. They obviously just don't listen to indie music like that. The man is versatile, though. I'm telling you. Last but not least, we got No Blame. This song might be the saddest on the album. The pure emotion in it is what makes it so great to me, and you can just hear it in his voice, you know? And I also really like that he sampled James Blake on this song. It's pretty cool to see. It's got a sad vibe all around it. And honestly, I feel so bad for him. This may be the most important song on the album. It's entirely about his mom, and it's just really sad. It's a terribly sad song. I'm gonna put it as a great song though, because I can't see putting it any lower than that. Okay, so here is my final list. We got a lot of amazing songs. We got a lot of great songs on here. It's actually split right down the middle with amazing and great. If I had to rate this album though, as a whole collective album, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I know I'm biased, and I'm such a huge Keem fan. If I could, I'd make all of these amazing, but you know, I had to show you which ones are my favorite with these purple ones here. Let me know what you guys thought about this album. Let me know your picks. Give me your favorite song in the comments. I want to see how it differentiates between people. All right, please, if you made it this far, drop your favorite song. Us Baby Keem fans can only hope for a deluxe to come out after this, because I mean, we were robbed of 12 songs. You know, we are missing Tubi off of this, and he just needs to use this hype and continue on. I mean, he's going on tour, so that would be great. But I pray to God that he does not go missing again, because I don't think I can take that. I mean, this album is so good, and it's more of a sad album. So, you know, if he comes out with something just all hype or all rapping, I think that'd be really cool from him, and he really can't do no wrong. I said this before when he was missing for some time, but he really can't do anything wrong. Like, no matter what he puts out, his fans are going to love it, no matter what. So if he could somehow see this, I wish he could. Just drop it. Don't worry about what people think. It's gonna be great, at least amongst your fans. Like, you'll be fine, dude. So that's what I'm gonna leave it off on. Let me know your thoughts. Please drop your favorite song if you made it all this way. And that's all I got. Peace.